Hello and welcome to What's in the Box Monday, where I take a box that's been mailed to me, open it, and taste whatever's inside. Now, I'm very fortunate in that I have been covering the spirits and wine business for a good part of 2 decades, and I get sent a lot of stuff. And sometimes that means things that I don't want. And in years past, like I would get things like flavored whiskey and vodka. Guess who didn't drink those things? This guy. So what I would do is I would give them away as gifts. But this is a guarantee that I won't do that. I will actually open these boxes and drink whatever's inside, even if it's vodka. God forbid somebody send me vodka. Please don't send me vodka. As you can see from the sign behind me, I hate vodka. I probably should see someone about that, but for right now, we're going to go with vodka sucks. So please make sure you're subscribing to this YouTube channel so you can see all the cool stuff that I'm doing this year. I'm going to have What's in the Box every Monday. I'm going to try and do some history sprinkled throughout. And of course, you're going to have my podcast every Friday and live tastings. Now, these live tastings that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be pitting one whiskey against others. I'm going to be ranking things in blind kind of competition. I love doing it. I'm having fun with it. For years, I've been writing reviews, and I kind of started getting bored with it. I got bored with the same old. It tastes this, it finishes that, and it just gets boring after a while. I have to be creative, and this YouTube channel is a fun way for me to have like a cool creative outlet. And listen, we all get boxes. We all want to know what's inside the box. So that's what this episode is. This is What's in the Box Monday. So let's get to it. Uh-oh. We got a problem. I don't have my trusty razor. Where'd my razor go? So right off the bat, oh, there it is. It's behind my glasses. So I did lay it out. So I use a good old-fashioned Stanley razor blade. I've had this for years. It's a fantastic razor. I also use wine keys. I find that wine keys are like great at opening boxes. Because if they're busting open that wine foil, then it's got to be a quality blade. Oh, I hate it when they do that. I wish they would just put things in like simple plastic packaging, but these little frilly paper thingies will get all over the place. I absolutely hate this, but you know what? Packaging is packaging. Okay, we got a bottle. No note in here. All right, so bye-bye box. Angel's Envy. Bottling year 2020. Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey finished in tawny port barrels. Now, it's important to note that tawny port is older, so this is kind of like the this would be like on the port side. It's like one of the higher echelons. Tawny port can be it can be old. It can be really old. You'll find some tawny ports that are like 40 years old. And so to imagine like a whiskey being finished in a really good tawny port barrel, that's really exciting. Now, most of the ports that are being used for barrel finishes are ruby ports, and those or vintages, and those will tend to be very young. Now, a vintage port, when you see a vintage port, like it'll say like 1995, well, that will be the age, that would be the year it was bottled. So it would be very young in comparison to a tawny port. So tawny port, in my opinion, is kind of like the creme de la creme of the port world. And to get a cool tawny barrel is fantastic. So kudos to Angel's Envy for getting that. Now, I'm not seeing anything about the barrel. If I was in a room with them and asking them questions, I would ask how long it stored port. So I do not know much about this particular barrel that was used. Now, if you'd like to learn more about port, I actually have a cool article coming out in Bourbon Plus magazine make sure you're subscribing to Bourbon Plus, and you'll be able to check that out. I spent a couple weeks in Portugal and covered their cork industry, and as well as port. So I learned a lot about port there. So here we go. And Angel's Envy sends things in these little test tubules. Okay. I mean, everybody's got their thing. I think these tubes are kind of weird. Oh, boy. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. I splashed it all over myself. But, hey, that's, it actually, you could probably fit this in an envelope and ship it. You know, save you on that little curly, foamy stuff. So here we go. The tawny port, like I spilled it all over my hands. It actually just smells like bourbon to me. I'm not picking up, on my hands, not picking up any of that crazy, overly sweet, nutty, port smell. A very nice nose, kind of floral, almost perfumey. And there's like a kind of like plum, like a plum, like a batch of plums, and corn, like a big old hunk of like corn, like cornbread. And chocolate. Oh boy. I like it when I smell chocolate. When I smell chocolate, I'm like, all right, this is going to be good. I love chocolate. I mean, I'm a huge chocoholic. Are you a chocoholic? I mean, I could if I could choose like one thing to eat for the rest of my life, it'd probably be chocolate and pizza. Well, nachos. Look, I'm not giving up everything, but I like chocolate. But right now I'm on a nachos kick. I don't know why. I just love the crunch of a good nacho with that cheese over top, a little bit of onion, maybe some chicken or beef. Nachos are really my bag right now. And biscuits and gravy. My God, I need to stop talking about food. That's why I can't lose weight. I like too many foods. Okay, here we go. This nose is great. So this is 111.6 proof. It tastes about that. It kind of hits the palate as it's pretty intense for the proof. It's probably tastes a little hotter than 111, but not much. I mean, it honestly tastes like 120 proof point whiskey for me. But from the flavor perspective, it's spicy. There's like some cinnamon stuff going on there, some cardamom. I'm really getting a lot of this plum and some apricot. And kind of like a dried up nuts. Like when you look at nuts, you've got like you have like roasted nuts, you have fresh nuts, and I'm thinking of like dried nuts have been kind of like sitting around for a bit. It's got kind of like a unique flavor to it. The moisture's kind of gotten out of them, and that has that unique taste there like that for me. And I get a hint of clove in this. Clove is not one that I don't think I've ever gotten clove in an Angel's Envy product. So I'm wondering if that might be the tawny barrel doing some work for them there, but definitely some spices in the baking spice category that I rarely get with Angel's Envy. I think right here what we have is a nice limited edition release of Angel's Envy. If you're really into their product, I think you got to get this. This is a fun addition to the barrel craft, the barrel finish world. I am not saying that it's a must get right now, but it's my first time tasting it, and I quite like it. I quite like it a lot. Yeah. Okay, I changed my mind. It is a must get. So I do recommend hunting this Angel's Envy tawny port cask finish down. I think it'll be a nice addition if you like the barrel finishes. If you're not a fan of the barrel finishes, there might be some off-putting notes here that I would say, you know what? give it a shot anyway. So maybe go to the bar first and taste it before you start hunting it. But it is a nice addition to this category, and I'd like to see more coming out of the tawny port world, which again, I love tawny port. So this is one where I'm a fan. I think this is a good addition to the category. So make sure that you are following this YouTube page to find out what box I will open next. In fact, this is the box I will open next. So make sure you subscribe to this YouTube page, and let's continue opening boxes together. Until next week, enjoy opening your boxes.